Welcome to Get the Gamings. This video will review Amazfit Band7, which is one tier or a rival of Mi Band7, Mi Band7 and Huawei Band7 because they have similar prices and also features. As usual at Get the Gamings, you will have some things that other reviewers not yet or haven't discussed. The video timestamp is on description, but I suggest you to watch the whole video without skip, because many times people ask questions that already explained at the video. Usually I don't answer this kind of question. You can read the general specs and sizes, so this video won't take too long. Mine is beige color, which is similar to white. The strap is a bit stiff like the Mi Band series, but it's still comfortable to use. After a few weeks of use, it started to appear some stains, which might not be too obvious in the video, but for your info, my work is mostly indoors. What I want to say is, if you do a lot of outdoor activities, it is advisable not to take beige color, just the black one. The strap design is similar to Mi Band7, which I don't like, and I always criticize this design. It can easily detach if it hits some object. Although quite rare, but some people reported they lost their band because of this. I am 5 feet 7 inches tall and weigh 147 pounds. And this is how it looks when I use it. It's just right, not too big nor small. It's great. Back to the strap, the weakness of this design is this part will limit the strap size. So a slim woman or a kid might not be able to use the band. On me, when I use it for workout, there are only 2 holes left to make it tight for accurate heart rate reading, while for everyday use, I leave it 3 holes left. Amazfit Band7 cannot be used by my slim female friend who is 5 feet 3 inches tall and 88 pounds weight. So if you are a slim woman or want to give present to a slim woman, I suggest you to buy Huawei Band7 because the strap design can be set smaller. For Mi Band, the strap design and size are like Amazfit Band7. It cannot be used for small women. Anyway, here's a size comparison with the Huawei Band7. The body of Amazfit Band7 is made of plastic without buttons, but I don't find any problem using it. The operation is smooth and responsive. The screen itself already has an oleophobic coating to make the screen not easily get dirty because of fingerprints. What I like about Amazfit Band7 is that it has a quick setting called Control Center. Outdoors, the screen can still be seen clearly except for the sports menu, where the writing is small and gray, which we will talk about that later. There is no auto brightness yet, but we can easily adjust the screen brightness. In the quick settings, there is also a find phone feature which will sound a cell phone alarm. For example, if you are pickpocketed on the train, you can immediately activate this feature, but it can only work as long as the band is connected to a cell phone or within a 10-meter radius in a crowded place. We can set what we want to display in the control center, so we don't have to display it all. There is also access to screen always lit. This is different from always on. The always lit feature will make the main screen or the watch face with full color keep on for maximum 20 minutes, and we can repeat it if necessary. Meanwhile, the always on feature will display a low energy watch face after the full color watch face turn off. Always on feature can be activated at a certain time or in smart mode that will automatically turn off this feature when we sleep. There are 3 always on style as shown on video, but we can also choose style to follow the current watch face. So if we change the watch face, the always on style will be similar to the used watch face in a simpler color and dominate with black background. What I like about Xiaomi products, which is Amazfit Band7 and also Mi Band7, is that when we use always on display feature, the raise to wake feature is still active, and I like it. As a comparison for Huawei products, when always on is active, the raise to wake feature is disabled, and this is one of the reasons I don't use Huawei. Back to Amazfit Band7, we can cover the screen to turn off display faster, and we can tap the screen to turn it on. Swiping left will enter a notification. If you swipe again, it will enter widgets. We can choose which widget to display. I choose to show music controller and sleep monitor. It will rotate back to the main display. Overall, the Amazfit Band operates smooth and the screen responsiveness is okay. If you swipe up, you will enter the band features, which we can set the order or hide the features if you don't need it. Official app for Amazfit Band 7 is Zap. It's different from Zap Live app for Mi Band 7. Similar but not same. The Zap application itself has several advantages compared to Zap Live app. First, it has an app store. We can add some application or features to the band. Not much, but it's better than none, right? The top 3 apps are Calculator, Navigation Wear, and Snake Game. To install it, just select the features you want to add, then click install and later the application will appear on the band. Just like installing apps from Play Store. Not all of them are free apps. Some are free, some are trial, and for example, the Snake Game is not free. Then the free version of Navigation Wear has limited features. The Navigation Wear function itself is to forward direction from Google Maps on the phone to the band. We already made a video about how to use Navigation Wear and how to install it. The link is on video description. The Calculator app is free, but it's just a bit difficult to use it because of the small screen. Another advantage of Zap app compared to the Zap Live is that we can sync the workout record to the Strava app. Just make sure you use same account for login to the Zap app and Strava app. This is some of workout data on Strava that I recorded using Amazfit Band 7. The drawback of Amazfit Band 7 is the watch face selection are not as many as Mi Band 7 or Huawei Band 7. I already counted manually, it has only 15 more watch faces, at least at the time of this video uploaded. I hope it will be more in the future. Some watch faces design is similar to the Mi Band 7. We can choose our own picture as a watch face. We can choose the text color too. Because it uses high resolution screen, if you use photos, it will be look good or as good as full HD phone display. But you can also see the bezel is still quite thick. And the red text color with orange cat background is a bad choice. But we can change the text color later. To make the bezel look thinner, choose a watch face with a black background. Because it uses a AMOLED screen, the screen background will be deep black or similar to the bezel color. We can install watch faces on the band quite a lot. I have installed up to 15 watch faces and I can add more. Some watch faces are modular type or we can edit to display specific data such as steps, remaining battery, UV level, and so on. Now we move on to the sports feature, but before that, let's test the accuracy of Amazfit Band 7 step sensor. I compare it by manual counter, and after many tests of many smartwatches and smart bands, actually this is the first time I got an exact same number between the manual counter and the device, which is exactly 1000 steps. Of course, it's not always same, sometimes more, sometimes less. The difference is less than 10 steps, so the accuracy is still above 99%. There are more than 120 sports modes. However, for uncommon sports such as martial arts or any type of dancing, it only records heart rate and calorie data, so it's just a different name, but the workout data is same. For outdoor sports that use vehicles, usually it will also record speeds and routes. Amazfit Band 7 doesn't have a GPS, but if it's connected to a cell phone while doing sports, the band will use phone GPS to record route and also speed. Amazfit Band 7 can be used to record sports even if disconnected to a cell phone. But if it's disconnected, we cannot record the speed and route. For example, if we record kayak sport, the speed data will be 0 and the band will only record the heart rate, calorie, and time. Running, walking, swimming, and cycling sports can record quite a lot of data. For example, on running mode, we can set goals or targets based on distance, time, and calories as seen on the screen. We can also set a warning when heart rate exceeds or below the limit we choose, or alerts based on cadence or pace. Workout interval settings. One of the drawbacks of Amazfit Band 7 and also Mi Band 7 actually is the text size and the background color of sports mode. Some of it use gray and small text that is hard to read, especially on a daylight. Auto pause settings and virtual rabbit settings. This is to show virtual runner as a cadence benchmark. The blue one is the user while the green one is virtual rabbit. As you can see, the virtual runner is ahead of user because we haven't run yet. This is an example of alerts when the heart rate, cadence, or pace are outside of the parameters we set before. One of the bugs that I found when the sports feature active, the music control feature is not responsive. We cannot adjust the volume or change tracks. Actually it can, but it's so slow or lagging. I hope it can be fixed on the next firmware update. By the way, Amazfit Band 7 cannot store music files directly on the watch, so we cannot copy and then paste the MP3 files on the Amazfit Band 7. No, we cannot do that. If you need smartwatches in this price range that can do that, you can search for Z18 or Z30 smartwatches. But for Amazfit Band 7, the function of music control is to control the music app on the phone. Amazfit Band 7 is 580 mAh water resistant, so it's safe for swimming. We can set goals based on calories, times, or trips. The band will vibrate when we reach the goal. We can set the length of the pool too. By the way, the screen flickering is caused by the camera, not because of the band screen. The recorded data are quite complete for swimming. There are distance, swimming style, pace, number of strokes, swath index, and DPS. There is an auto workout detection feature. The band will offer to start workout if we make certain movements, but this will consume more battery and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so I never activate this feature. We can see some of the workout history on the band. The green line is the route, and if you want to see the map, you can see it on the WhastApp application on your phone. The band doesn't have a trackback feature, it only records the workout route. Here are some workout data recorded by Amazfit Band 7. For swimming, there is no heart rate data because the sensor cannot work underwater. So I think the calorie data is based on number of strokes compared to time. All the smartwatches or bands that I have reviewed, I haven't found the one that can record heart rate underwater. Well, there are actually, but usually it's a cheap smartwatch that I'm sure the recorded data is far from accurate. Amazfit Band 7 heart rate and blood oxygen sensor works fine. I already compared with medical device, it gives similar result. There is no blood pressure feature. At this price range, you cannot find smartband or watches with blood pressure feature. If you can find it on cheap smartwatches, most likely it's just a gimmick. Move on to notifications. We can choose which application that can send notification to the Amazfit Band 7. Support most used language, and it shows more than 1000 characters including space. For Gmail notification, it can also read some part of the message content, not just the title or subject as shown in video. The text size and position are comfortable to read for me, and the screen movement also smooth. It supports simple types of emoji but not all, and it cannot show message with picture. There is no quick reply features on Amazfit Band 7, unlike Mi Band 7 or Huawei Band 7 that has it. I don't know if it will be available in the future firmware update. Support for WhatsApp call notification, even though it only vibrates once and there will be a notification once again if it's a missed call. For cellular phone call, there are options to silent or reject the call. There's no option to pick up the phone, or in other words, we cannot answer the phone using the band like Power Rangers. All notification is vibrated with no sound nor beeps. The vibration is strong enough or we hardly miss it. It can be set to be stronger, and we can also customize the vibration to be longer or to be specific. So we can differentiate vibration for alarm and for notification or other. It uses 2-pin magnetic charger. The charging time is around 2 hours from 0%, so it will take 1 or 1.5 hours for everyday usage. During my use, the battery life is around a week with always on display turned off. If I use always on display, it can stay around 3 to 4 days before we need to recharge. It all depends on usage too. The official battery life claim is longer, by the way. There is a remote camera feature to control phone camera shutter button. We can use stock phone camera app, but we need to set up first on WhatsApp application. There is no shake to capture feature. There is a sleep monitor feature. It works okay and it can detect naps. But to see nap data, you need to open WhatsApp on your phone. One feature that I really like is the calendar. We can sync Google Calendar and we can see it on the Amazfit Band 7. There will be a notification when the time comes, and it really helps productivity. Mi Band 7 can also sync Google Calendar, but Huawei Band 7 unfortunately cannot do that. The Bluetooth connection stability is okay but not the best. We sometimes need to open WhastApp to reconnect the band with phone. I already compared Amazfit Band 7, Huawei Band 7, and Mi Band 7. Among those three, the one with most stable connection is Mi Band 7. More details later on the comparison video. Other features are stress level, weather, Pomodoro timer, and others as you can see on the video. I won't talk about these extra features in this review video or this video will be too long, but we already make another video that shown all those 28 features, including the unboxing video and how to pairing the watch for the first time user. The link is on video description. In my opinion, the Amazfit Band 7 is worth to buy, especially if you need an affordable fitness tracker to monitor your health or workout. This band has all the features needed in this price range. The cons when compared with Mi Band and Huawei Band is there is no quick reply feature. Myself actually never used this feature anyway, but it is good to know if you need it. The second cons is the watch face selection. It's still under 100 when this video uploaded. Other than that, I haven't found any major drawbacks. So which one is better to buy among Mi Band 7, Huawei Band 7, and Amazfit Band 7? I can say that none is better. It has its own pros and cons. In short, if you need a calendar synchronization feature and also always on feature that still can work together with race to wake feature, then Mi Band 7 or Amazfit Band 7 is your choice. Between those two, choose Amazfit Band 7 if you need to sync with Strava. Mi Band 7 wins over Amazfit on strap accessories color selection and model, and also more watch faces selection. While the Huawei Band 7 wins over Xiaomi products in terms of more comfortable to wear, and it can also be used for people with small wrists while it still can be used for people with big wrists. The strap design is also safer or you won't easily lose it. I'll make another video for more detailed comparison, and thanks for visiting GadoGameX channel. I hope this video can be useful for someone and see you on next video.